So I wanted to see if it's possible to take 3D printing to the next level. I truly believe in the power of 3D printing, and I think that a lot of the problems of 3D printing can be fixed firstly with using different kinds of filament. Like ABS filament is of course the filament for making professional things, and I made this out of PLA mostly to show that you can use PLA, which is not very good for a whole lot of things besides maybe framing, and you can still make something pretty good. To me, making this instrument showed me that we really can make anything just about out of 3D printing. And as the technology improves in the future, it'll become even greater.
Okay, I believe I've 3D printed all of the pieces I need to make a Chinese violin. So, I also have some sandpaper, because I'm probably going to have to fix up some bad sizing. For example, this is it's meant to be a peg, and you can see it does not... I mean, I could probably get it to fit, but it'd be a bit nicer if I sanded it, right? So these are all the pegs and the stems. You can see here. This is the bridge piece there. I have a few of these. I have 4 of these pegs, 2 small, larger ones, 2 smaller ones. This is where the strings connect to, and then I have the this. I think this looks really cool. I tried to emulate the patterns you have on them. I thought I could make this into like a flower pot, or I don't know, some kind of like a sugar pot or something, right? It's a pretty nice container. You can see you got the holes for these here, and this is the base. So first things first is we connect the base with the pegs like so, and that's a little bit that's not very tight. So I don't know if I need to glue this later on. And then we have, this is where the strings would go, so we just push these. Yeah, see, that's not very tight either. I'm gonna need to glue this, I think, but for now we'll just kind of keep it in like so. Hopefully that works. Yeah, no, they're falling out. Oh jeez. I could probably hot glue it. I'll do that later. All of these stems, for example, the smaller one connects to the 2 larger. Is it 2? Yeah, and then the base one, and let's see, yep, that's a nice tight fit, which is perfect. It's exactly what I want, and it's nice and straight. Oh, excuse me, sorry I wasn't showing you that. Mostly looking straight. It looks kind of like a carrot. Let's connect it. And worst case, you can sand it just a bit, but I want a nice tight fit. So yeah, that one works a lot better. And this is the base. I don't know if I want to connect the base, because then I'll have to put the whole thing through, because this will go, for example, like so. That's a bit tight. Okay, that's good, because that means it'll keep it on, so I won't have to worry too much, and I'll just stick this on. Yep, see, like so. And this kind of goes on like this, like so. So you can start to see the idea. There we go. Now I have a very long carrot ass looking thing. I made it based on a real size. So yeah, and then this is a top part. I guess I didn't really need to make such a large looking top part, so I can modify this design in the future. And then we just put this in like so. But before that, I want to get and I've also got, I forgot to show you, this is the skin. Now I made this out of TPU plastic. It's 1 mil thick. I don't know if that's too thin. Oh geez, I think I've got to take this off. I don't know if I have enough space. I was thinking, oh no, maybe I can get that in. I was thinking of using plastic wrap, just like double, triple layering it. Oh, that works. Yeah, okay, so that's actually pretty good, because the idea of how this instrument works is that it is like a, you can hear that. The way that it works is that you've got the string coming there and it's vibrating, and then the bridge is connecting to here, and the bridge is causing this to vibrate, and then it's like resonating through the chamber and coming out the back as sound. So that's just the physics of how it actually works, right? Anyway, I'm gonna quickly sand these so I can get them to fit through. So the way I usually sand this is I use a higher grit, the lower grit, I think that's what they call it. Is it lower grit? And then a higher grit, so that it smooths it out. And you can see the little hole there, that's the string. I also have to make sure not to over sand it, because it's only 2 fingers thick. And I can also grease. Oh no, I just broke it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's what I was worried about with PLA. This is how I'm gonna try to get this out. So we lined it up with a screwdriver. There we go. And I think I'm gonna have to use PET G, because that's totally not. Right, so here's some improvements. I made a new one of these thingos, and it's like 1.4. See, it's probably a bit louder. I hope so. I don't know if I want it thinner or thicker, but we will see. It's about 1.4 mil. I also hot glued all this stuff, and I hot glued these 2. Sorry about that. These 2 in, which is nice. And because my other ones broke, these are made out of PET G. I see I've sanded them, and I printed them flat. Usually you print them upright, but it kind of snapped because it was like that, and I just sanded it in, so now it's nice and fits well. Oh, there we go. So that's not as much as I want. I want it in more, but whatever. Okay, that's probably good enough. So that kind of works now, right? Like, that's pretty sweet. And oh, is it wrong? And if you know anything about the like 3D printing and all that, usually you start off with PLA, and then you move on to like PET G and TPU and all that. It's a little wonky. I can feel that kind of like opening. Whatever, it should be good enough. Usually you move on to there it is. Or nearly. Isn't that cool? I'll do some more shows later on. You move on to, so you start off with PLA, then you usually move to like you try out TPU. This is TPU. It's kind of flexible. Then you go to like PET G, and I think ABS is like the most shock resistant. Like PET G is the most chemical resistant, but ABS is like the most shock resistant. So let me string this up, see if it works well at all. The thin string is further away from you, so you can see it's like down here. Is that too big? A little bit. I can probably stretch it. Let me see if I can. I think I need like a needle or something to. I just stabbed myself. Okay, it works well enough. Whatever. Except now there's blood on it. Oh well. It's part of how things go. Now this one. Alright, so I will turn this way. And the other one, this is the A string, and the other one is the D string. Yeah, so this isn't as far away as I kind of want it, and that's my own fault. I gotta make it more around here. There we go. So that's fine enough for now, because then also we gotta set up what we do. So we put the bridge in. You can see, okay, so it's probably good that I thickened that up because it's already pushing on it. So here you can see I'm putting on the thicker string, and that'll be towards you. Just thread this in. Okay, so bridge in position. Strings threaded like that. we need a piece of rope or string or something to pull it in like that. That kind of keeps everything together. Now this can, you can already see that starting to, yeah, that one's not great. That one isn't the best, but the others are actually pretty good. So, I mean, it's not, you can see that starting to bend almost a little bit, but it really is just this joint is not the best. Otherwise, I don't know. The other ones are fine. So pretty much we tie it together, and I'm just gonna make a first loop. So this is go, and let me just tie this up. So you can kind of change the what would you call it? The size of the notes is the best way to put it. Probably good enough. Okay, now this is pretty much set up. I just got to tune it. That's actually not too bad, eh? That if you can hear, it's coming at the back. I don't have any fine tuners, so it's pretty difficult. Oh, no, my A is out of tune. Hang on, let me. So here we have the bow. The way we do this is we unscrew the bow, I believe. Screw it. And you pull this off. We weave it in between the two strings, like so. And then you put it back, screw it and tighten it enough. And
I'm sorry about the bad recording angles. I couldn't get my hands on camera recording the actual movement, so I'm sorry about that.
doesn't sound too bad. So it's not too, it works. It's so cool. It's out of tune, and it needs a bit of what do you call it? Yeah, let me redo it. It needs a bit of work, but yeah, no, it's so cool. Usually you gotta play these things a bit, and then they start to hold their tone a bit. Well, I'm gonna put that to rest now. I hope this proves that we can 3D print lots of cool stuff. Uh, and what are the possibilities? Are they endless? I've just made myself a musical instrument that honestly they're pretty cheap. They don't cost that much. If you don't have the money for it and you have a 3D printer and you want to spend a day, I mean, it's probably just took like a whole day to print out. I had to design it and all that, but I'll put the design up if you want to print it yourself and you want to play with one of these things. Like, I reckon it's super cool. So give it a shot if you're interested.
If you want to get a copy and download the files yourself to make them, I have it up on Thingiverse. I will put the link in the description for you.